This also helps the lenders. As I mentioned before, it gets it off their book. It goes from an asset to an asset rather than an asset to a liability. You can also build your listing inventory with short sales. A lot of people are afraid of short sales, but once you get a system down, once you learn it, it's just like any other transaction. It just takes a little longer. You know, they should call it a long sale because it's not short in most cases. There are some lenders that go much faster than others. The longer ones are the B of A or the WAMUs. SunTrust is one that takes pretty long, but I had a guy yesterday on SunTrust call me up. He goes, wow, your package is so great. All I want is one updated bank statement and we're good to go. So if you put a really good package together, it'll go quick. My shortest approval was with Chase on a second. I sent the package in at 10:30 in the morning. 2:30 in the afternoon, my assistant Tracy says, hey, you got an approval on a short sale. I says, which one? She goes, Margene Circle. I go, no, I just submitted that today. That's just probably acknowledgement of the package. She goes, no, it's an approval. I go, Tracy, it is not. And she hands it to me and walks away, and it was an approval in less than 1 day. And he wrote across it, great job. So you can get stuff through. I've had a lot of them 2 weeks, but I've had a lot of them, you know, that are 4 and 5 months. My longest one ever, we had an anniversary in August and we still haven't closed. But it's 4 buyers that have walked. I had a list of pendants put on the property while we were in the middle of doing the transaction and things like that. So they can happen. The other thing is once you start getting several short sales, you start getting a lot of buyers. And if you educate the buyers, they're not afraid of short sales. But you got to educate buyers. They're not going to steal a property in a short sale. You hear all these rumors of people who are trying to buy short sales and flip them. It just doesn't happen. If you want to go to Michigan, Ohio, you might be able to do that, but you're not going to do it in Southern California. Most of the properties, the banks want to see anywhere between 85 to 95% of the real value. Not of the loan, of the real value. So, you know, if the property, you know, is worth $100,000, they're going to take between $85,000 and $95,000 for it. And they're not going to buy it for $60,000. It just isn't going to happen. Most lenders will either get a BPO or an appraisal, and there's a shift now going more towards appraisals. And I mean, some of them still do the BPOs, but I'll give you an example why. An agent called me up, I need to do a BPO on your property for Wells Fargo. He says, okay, it's vacant, there's a combo lockbox. And she goes, oh no, I said it's vacant, but there's a lockbox on it. She goes, what's the combo? I said, it's just a regular lockbox. She says, I don't have a lockbox key. I go, why not? She goes, I can't afford it. I go, it's $25 a month, you can't afford a lockbox key, and you're going to do a BPO on my property? It better come in right. It did. It also stops foreclosures. Now, once you get a little experience at this, you'll get a situation like this. Saturday after New Year's, I get a phone call. Sherman, you were referred to me. Can you help me? I have a house in Dana Point. It's going to sell on Monday. This is Saturday.
Sure.
Fortunately enough, I told her, I said, the chances I'm going to be able to help you are probably 80% I will not be able to help you, and 20% I will. I stopped the foreclosure. The foreclosure was 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I did get it stopped, and they gave me 30 days to get an offer in. It was a Bank of America. It's rare that you can do that. I've done a few others like that where I have 1 or 2 days. I've never had one where I only had hours to get it stopped. But after you've done quite a few, you end up finding people within these different organizations that you can go to and say, help me. You know, if you have a situation with B of A and you know a loan rep that works for B of A, you call them up and say, hey, give me the direct number to this person. They look up at their book, they give it to you, but don't tell them where I got it, and you can get into some of these places. It also keeps the market going, and it's a way for you to generate money. In my next seminar, I'll tell you how to do it, but my average commission on a short sale is a little less than 6%. I usually will get 3.5% on my side, pay 2.5% to the other. Most agents are good, but one of the things that I don't do, which we talk about later, is I don't say you get half of whatever I get. I tell them up front what they're getting no matter what. If I get 4%, they're still getting 2.5%.